We already saw all the water be sprayed all over the players at first base, courtesy of the walk-off from Scott Schreiber. Kyle, what a game from the Braves, and it seemed as though they weren't really getting anything developing too offensively until the ninth inning. Take me through what the ninth inning really consisted of.
Well, really, you have to think about the things leading up to that ninth inning. I mean, kind of a painful game for everyone watching. So many opportunities for the Braves. They had a couple chances where they couldn't lay down a sacrifice bunt. They just could not move the man over. They had a really crazy circumstance back with Witherspoon in that inning where almost got thrown out back at third. Brown had to run all the way back from third to second. So we saw an infield hit that involved a bat being thrown onto the field. I mean, we saw absolutely everything tonight except the Braves push across some runs. And when they did, it was in that ninth inning. Scott said it, the dugout was positive, and honestly, it didn't look like they were struggling at all tonight. They came through with the big hits when it mattered the most, and who cares? If you leave 14 runners on base, you win the game, and everyone's happy.
Well, big hits is the headline of the game right now, and one of the biggest hits was courtesy of Logan McRae, getting on base and able to set up that run. What did you see from the left fielder today? The power numbers from him were astronomical at the College of Charleston, and he was struggling to this point, but he got his hits in tonight. What did you think of his performance?
Well, I think it was kind of exactly what we talked about last night. There were so many strikeouts, and that did not allow Bourne to have many offensive opportunities. And that at bat, it seemed like Logan McRae was at the plate and said, I am not striking out no matter what. Choked up on the bat, fouled off a number of tough pitches, worked the count full, and then put the ball in play into a good spot. Didn't hit that ball overly hard, but had a great night, had 3 hits, and was really, really strong for the Braves. Kyle and I talked about it on the broadcast. That was probably the best at-bat we've seen from anyone so far this summer. And also, I think you have to talk about the bullpen for the Braves, especially when you compare it to last night. I mean, going into the top of the ninth last night, Bourne's down 1-0. What happens? You give up 3 runs, and then the game's pretty much over before you get your last licks. It's 4-0. Tonight, the bullpen did a great job. Linsman was outstanding, and Nick Johnson the same. So it's still a 1-run game heading to the bottom of the ninth, and you give your team the opportunity. Grant Witherspoon, puts down a bunt. I mean, who was expecting a 1-out bunt with no one on base in the ninth inning? So some great fundamentals in the ninth from the Braves.
And talking about pitching right now, it seems as though that this league is one of the best in the pitching summer leagues in America. And talking with Jamison Hanna before the game, he could back that statement up. And he said that pitching in this league is very tough to come by. Strikes are every single pitch that they can take. And it seems as though that the Braves really were on top of things right now, and especially in the ninth inning.
Yeah, and I think you also have to give a big shout out to Lyle Lynn, who of course was scuffling a little bit in these last few games, is able to come through with a big double in the ninth inning to put the go-ahead run on base. Lynn had only had, he had 1 at-bat before that. Then he comes in and gets the biggest knock of the game to that point. I mean, guys stepping up for the Braves tonight it's what it's all about. And Scott Schreiber coming in, had his first game as a Bourne Brave, comes through with a walk-off hit. You know, that's okay. And Chad Linsman tonight, obviously he was here on the Cape last season. He comes back this year, throws 2 excellent innings for the Braves. I mean, just huge outings from the new guys, and overall, just a really fun night here at Dorn Park.
And we'll see the Braves back in action tomorrow, except for this one is at Hyannis. What's the strategy going into a road game like this? I mean, they've already had 2 games here at Dorn Park. How do they combat and really ride the momentum off this win?
Well, I think you just need to keep the momentum from the ninth inning. I think that's a great way to think about it. I mean, keep putting guys on base like they did tonight. Certainly, tonight was better offensively than last night, even though the Braves scored 3 runs as opposed to 0, so not that many more, but it was still clearly better. But keep doing the things you did in the ninth inning, putting the ball in play, making good contact, working good at-bats, working pitchers, things like that, and that will be what gets the job done for Bourne. And for the bullpen and even the starters, Eli Krause was good as well, only gave up 1 run, so just keep doing your thing, throwing strikes, striking out everyone, and leaving men on base, whatever, but keep doing your thing. If the Braves keep playing close games and you take out last night as an outlier, they've kind of always been getting the big hit when they need it. So if that continues, they'll be in good shape.
Well, the name of the game is consistency, and the Braves will take that consistency over to Hyannis tomorrow. You can catch these guys on the broadcast on the Ustream. Thanks for joining us here on Tomahawk Talk. I'm Blaine McCormick. He's Justin Winty. He's Kyle Kurtzville. We'll see you tomorrow.